is there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Anything that strikes you as odd?
I mean, we had good week of League of Legends, all the upsets. I see it to continue to go. I think all the teams in NA are a lot closer than you think. Like I said, Cloud9's the only one that stands out. All the other teams, it looks like I don't know who could win this one.
Yep.
No idea. Whoever Cloud9 goes against, it seems like it weighs in Cloud9's favor, and that's not just because I'm a Cloud9 fan. It might be like a little bit like that for you, but I am a Cloud9 fan, but not to a point where I'm gonna say like last season. Last season, I'm not gonna say that Cloud9's gonna win over TSM. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this season it's different. They're just that much better of a team, and same with Echo Fox. I do like Echo Fox, but I'm gonna say Echo Fox is losing to a lot of different peoples, or it's gonna be really close games. So
All I
it's gonna be
can.
exciting to see. I hope that it gets a little bit easier to call these as the time goes on. But it's also nice to see really good games. But
It's also fun to call. I find it fun to call when you're like, oh man, I really don't know. It makes you really think about like, oh wait, hold on.
Yeah,
how can they win?
Yeah, exactly. It makes the games a little bit more fun to watch. It's not fun watching a game where you know 100% somebody's gonna win.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I kind of want to say like this, but I do want to see 3 people who stand out above everybody else because I want NA to do well at Worlds too. And if you have all the teams are that close, that's been NA's problem the last 2-3 years. They're all so close, nobody's standing out so much, and then they don't perform at Worlds because there's not that SKT, there's not that Longzhu Gaming that just like, yup, they are better than every other person in Korea, send them over to Worlds. With us, it's like, even this season, you take the top 3 right now, C9, Echo Fox, and Liquid, and you're like, man, they could lose to anybody else in NA. How are they going to go beat the #1 team in Korea or in China?
But does that mean that NA's as a scene is getting better, or does that just mean that our teams are just stagnant?
I think they're stagnant and close. They've had the same performance the last 3 years in Worlds.
TSM has. Cloud9
No,
always.
all teams have one team go through from the starting stage and then lose the first series in the knockout stage.
Yeah, but I mean, Cloud9 looked a lot better in this last one against Team WE. And
yeah, but
they lost.
They have a different team, and I don't think WE's that good of a team,
they,
honestly.
They lost the previous year. They lost to Samsung Galaxy, who ended up winning the whole entire thing.
No, they didn't.
Or no, sorry. No, they went to
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago.
They went to
the finals against SKT, and they took it to a game 5. So, yeah. I mean, can you really fault Cloud9 for losing to them at that point? Because they were such a competitive team that year. But I definitely say they should have won last year.
That's what I'm saying. They should win.
WE.
We want them to win, right?
Yeah,
if
they should have won.
More dominant, if they were more dominant, like they're still 3rd place, had to go through the gauntlet to get to Worlds, had a good showing at Worlds, but they lose to the team that goes to the finals. If you're more dominant and beat everybody and have really good games, then you're going to look at C9 against Samsung not as, oh, I hope C9 can hold on and maybe put on a good show. You're going to look at it like C9 better win this because they're so dominant.
Yep.
And that's how you want it to be for NA. For the LCS, for competitive league, I like how it is right now because it is fun to do that. But for national stage, you want that standout team that you're like, they are so good, they beat everybody in NA so bad, they should have a really good chance going to Worlds.
Yep.
And that's how you really want it to be. Just like you look at something like basketball where you have a dominant team in your league that beats everybody. Say like the East is really weak usually, right? So you have a really dominant team in the East and they end up winning the finals, and then you have the teams in the West who are all a lot closer. They have a lot harder time through the playoffs. They have to go to 7 games. They have to do a bunch of other stuff, and then they get to the finals and they lose to the team in the East who had shit competition, but they win because they're used to winning. You know what I mean? And that's the same here. Like if you're just used to winning, if you're C9 and you go 17-1 in this first split, 18-0 in the next one, then you're looking at C9 in Worlds. You're like, oh man, they're gonna demolish over a team that's like, we went 12-10, or there's 36 games. We went 20-16, but we're the best team because everybody else is so close. We lose a lot. We have to go through the gauntlet. We get there. We just hope we have a good show.
Introspectively, though, I've heard a lot of teams, they say that there's not a lot you can learn from losing, and it's actually better to have a more competitive split, because at that point you're always wanting to grow. You're always introspectively looking at yourself, because although you can, and I know Reaper said Cloud9 says Reaper's a very good coach at doing this, you can try to think about, hey, what can we do better in those games that you win, but it's really hard. Like, as a coach, you can say, yeah, you guys fucked up on this, but in the player perspective, you're like, but we won the game. I don't really care. I mean, we won the game. I'll do it the same. Like, you're not. Of course, they're saying.
Yeah.
Of course.
I see what you're
like
saying.
that mental block. They have that mental block where they're saying we won the game. So mentally, you're just like, I can do the same thing. So I think losing is required to get better, even in life. Gosh, this got really deep right there. But yeah.
No, I agree with you, but I don't mean like having a perfect season. They've already lost their game to have some with, but just having a dominating season is what I'm trying to say. Not where you just you're winning, but you're at the top with quite a few losses. A dominating season, even if they go like 32-4 or 30-6, something like that, that's a dominating season. That's something they can go through. And I mean, TSM kind of has done that the last couple of years, but they just flop at Worlds anyway. Because of some mental, I don't know why they're flopping at Worlds, but
because it's free SM, man.
Cloud9 usually does better at Worlds.
Yep.
And that's with them having mediocre seasons, like losing to a bunch of worse teams and different stuff. So they, like I said, they don't have that confidence. They're like, you know what, let's play, do well, whatever. But I don't think they have that big time confidence of like, yo, we're the best team. Like, TSM and CLG are ahead of us last couple of years. Let's do the best we can. If C9 gets that mentality of we're here, we're also the best team in NA, let's go beat these dudes up. Like, I think that'll be a lot better for NA in Worlds than TSM going and thinking they're the best.
Hey guys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. Tune in next week for the next episode.